Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Try5 Guy, and in this video we're going to try to start that 03 Ford F250 power stroke diesel. It's a 6 litre 4-wheel drive. So guys, like and subscribe and check out this truck and hit that notification tab. Thanks guys. So guys, I had to put a couple of batteries. You can just see the charger there. Didn't charge up the batteries that were in it. It'd been sitting around for 3 years, this truck. It was bought to a friend of mine up here in the shop here. He does mechanical repairs on F-series trucks, diesels, and so the two batteries that I had in it wouldn't start it even with a charge. So I got my own two batteries in, and let's see if it'll start. So just bear with me. Let's give it a go. 3 years. Six-litre power stroke, 168,000 miles, which isn't very much for a Ford diesel. I was looking at for a 7.3 one, 7.3 turbo. Yeah, well, let's do a quick walk around because I think I'm going to buy it. $1,000 the way it sits. It's got a rusty bed and needs some brake work, but for $1,000 4-wheel drive, I really don't need the 4-wheel drive, but apparently it all works, runs and drives. And that was its first start in over 3 years, believe it or not. It's been sitting in this spot ever since, so let's do a bit of a walk around, eh? Well, you can tell it's been sitting around. Motor sounds sweet. The fenders are good, the doors are good, the bed's gone. Found another bed for $650. About an hour and a half away, so for $650 I'm just going to replace it. No need to try to fix that. That's just not going to happen. Cap corners, usual thing, and I've already saw some back doors, so even if I put a couple of grand in this truck, like in body panels and stuff like that, listen, $3 for an 03 with 160,000 miles on it. He's got another tailgate he's going to give me. Yeah, like I said, the bed, you know, it's letting it down. Needs tyres, so I mean, I reckon I'll spend another couple of grand to get it where I need it. I need it for my fifth wheel, because we moved, as you guys know, we sold that house in Waterboro, Maine, and we're heading to Tennessee, so I'm looking for a diesel truck. Something with an extra cab or extend cab or a super cab or whatever you call these things, but man, it hasn't moved in 3 years, this truck, and it started right up. It's got a bit of the frame from sitting just out in the woods here, but when I take the bed off, I've got another friend that does sandblasting, and I'll feature him when it gets done. And yeah, I'm going to get the frame sandblasted and repainted. Bed, couple of doors, cap corners. I mean, really guys, it's not a bad truck, is it really? Inside, dirty, been sitting around for a while. I can't even open these back doors. They're sticking. Oh, I can't even open them. No way. But look at that. Now it's got ABS light and the brake light on, and look at that. Can you see that? 168 204.5 or 0.6. Yeah, perfect. And it's vinyl interior too, with the vinyl rubber flooring. You know, with the rubber floor, 4-wheel drive there. I mean, just sitting here idling. Yep, so I'm going to turn it off. It's blown, that's right, it's blown a tranny line, so I mean, I know it's not in gear, but I don't want to keep it running too long. So there it is there, pretty cool, huh? So I might do a bit of a feature on this, boys, yeah. So I might do... So I think I'm going to do a bit of a feature on it, you know, clean it up and do all the brakes, and you know, like I said, if I can do a budget build, let's say under 1,000 for the truck, another $2,000. Let's make it 3,500. I mean, would you want this truck for 3,500? I certainly do. We'll bang a grill in that. I'll leave that front bumper thing on it, like a push bar. Yeah. There you go. I like it. Other than the bed, you put a bed on that and a set of tyres. You can drive this and cool. Hey guys, welcome back. It's the next day after I started that, this 6-litre Powerstroke diesel. So I looked underneath of it as it was running, and I seen it leaking oil, and I knew that the cooler line for the transmission was leaking, so I shut it down anyway. But I looked up and I saw it leaking, so apparently it's got an ICP sensor leaking, and it's quite common with the 6.0. This is the earlier pre-2004.5 model, so the sensor's at the back of the engine, and you got to get to it from either the bottom or beside the turbo. Anyway, so that controls, it's called a something control pressure, injection control pressure. It senses the oil pressure in the engine, and if it's not the correct pressure, it shuts the engine down somehow. I don't really know the details, but anyway, I've jacked it all up, put jack stands under it, and it's almost still touching the ground, but enough room so I can get under it, because I want to change the coolant line there. I want to get under it, change the coolant line, and check things out underneath of it. So I'm going to do that. I'll check it out, see what I need for a line, even if I just get a couple of fuel injection clamps and some transmission line if I can, just so I can get it up. I've got to get it up here, and you can see he's got a ton of F-series trucks, 250s and 1 tons. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So that's all he pretty much works on. He works on other cars as well, and I'll let you know his name and stuff if anyone's in the New England area that needs work done on their turbo diesel. Okay, it's leaking pretty bad still. The transmission lines from the filter to the transmission are rotted. Okay, we're either going to pull or drive this out. The tranny lines going to the transmission filter were rusted out, so we had to order some from Ford. So anyway, stay tuned. We'll just put enough fluid so we can get it to the edge of the driveway. Just gonna move it. Okay guys, so we pushed it back on this concrete slab. It's going to be a lot easier to work on than out in the woods where it was sitting for just over 3 years. You know, it's not the prettiest truck. It's certainly not bad. I mean, from the front until the to the half doors, it's fine, except it's got a bit of rust in those doors, and the cab corners are typically rusted out, and the bed around here, they're gone too. But you know, it's $1,000, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm not really worried about all the rust. Well, I'm buying a new bed, that's hands down. White, red, or whatever color I get, it's going on there, just because I can't stand that sort of stuff. Cab corners I can live without, but if I do get a set, if I got some time, I will put cab corners in it. Yeah, so like I said, 4-wheel drive. So we made a hell of a mess. So that is leaked. We backed it in here, and that's the ICP. That's what's that sensor's leaking, and that's one of the transmission lines. And this is the sort of stuff that happens to these lines. Just terrible. Just rusted right out. So because he can get them from Ford. So yeah, gonna get them. Gonna get the transmission lines from the, well, those ones go from the from the radiator to the filter, and then from the filter to the transmission is still leaking. See, I did block off the filter so it wouldn't leak, but it still is. The transmission lines are no good. We didn't see any other leaks coming from it. Just the ICP apparently is leaking on it, and it's a common thing. They leak through the connector. So anyway, I'll be back. So guys, I'm just gonna give it a quick pressure wash on the outside. I've taken off the ICP. Ready. Parts will be here in a couple of days. Coming from Ford, getting the transmission lines to the filter to the cooler, and the ICP, and it should be fine then. I'm going to replace tyres, brakes all around, calipers, brake pads obviously. I'm going to have a look at another bed. We'll see how that goes. Or I'm going to have to patch this one up. A little while ago, got all the crud off it, but I just pressure washed it. No soap, no nothing. It already looks 100 times better. I'm going to take that deflector off there, and but doesn't it look better? Looks great. You know, it's going to be a good little work truck. Once I get that bed up there, I'll be happy. So from here, I'm going to once I put the transmission lines into the filter and to the cooler, and put the new sensor in there for the ICP, I'm going to take it down the road and see how it drives, see what else it needs. Pretty sure I need handbrake cables. I was looking under there, and just bits and pieces. So the idea for this is to get it on the road as cheaply as possible, but to make it safe. Tyres, front shocks, rear shocks. I'm going to put a new bed on it. That's more cosmetic, just for myself, and it does need cab corners. That's absolutely a no-brainer there. They're not that expensive, but it does need a new bed. You know, even the back bumper is going to be, you know, come up clean, and the tailgate, just, it needs a bed. Tyres, shocks, just maintenance stuff that, because from being, you know, sitting around for so long. I'm talking quietly, guys, because there's a guy next door working. Not that I care, but not that he cares, I should say. Yeah, so cab corners. Don't forget, this is a New England truck, and the underneath of it's pretty solid. The frame's pretty solid, but I am going to blast as much as I can with sandblaster. Way better. Hey guys, so I did find another bed. I paid $200 for this one. Now the typical braces are all gone, all rusted away, as you can see, the whole lot. But you can buy them for $200, and you know, just drill out the spot welds. They don't take long. I've done them a few times on various different trucks, but that's what I'm going to do. Put brand new ones on it. Someone had already replaced the the outer quarter panel, and I'm just going to clean that up basically. They've overlapped it, so I'm just on these ends. I don't know why they did that. They did a good job joining it here, so I'm just going to slice this out, clean this out, and re-weld it. But other than that, it's pretty straight. I mean, it's not, the floor's not rusted out. Here's the other side. So yeah, so for $250, I mean, even if I put $400 into it, you're not going to find a 99 to what, 15 or 13 bed, 99 to 13 or 14 bed for you know, put the rails in it, clean up those quarter panel sections. The inner tubs are fine. Actually, they do need some work, as you can see. They're just rusted out on the inside, but I'll repair that, won't take long. But you're not going to find a bed for under $1,000 that's worth anything, because it doesn't have any rust. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I've got the truck running. So you know, this is going to be the tow rig for my camper, which is over there in that corner there. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and check out my other videos, and I'll have a few more videos of the Commodore coming up really soon. Thanks guys.